the fourth period. The first piece that they have for you is by Robert Sheldon. This next piece is called Choreography. This is a piece that we attempted to play during the summer band last year, but didn't quite come together. So we are doing it now. So this is Choreography from Robert Sheldon. Okay, tonight we're gonna get another monkey off my back. 11 years ago, my mother passed away, and her favorite song was Amazing Grace. So, in my nice gesture, and so I was looking for a piece to play, and so I found this arrangement of Amazing Grace. And in my not so infinite wisdom, I probably, out of all the hundreds of arrangements of Amazing Grace for band, I must have picked the hardest one. So we were working on it for probably 6 to 8 weeks, and we couldn't get halfway through it. I think we finally made it halfway, probably a couple days before the concert. And so we only played it halfway and stopped right there. And so it kind of worked, kind of. So anyway, tonight we're going to play the whole thing. So it's 11 years in the making. The band, of course, now is much different than it was 11 years ago. So this is Amazing Grace by Frank Ticheli. Ms. Graham, I believe you had a few words.
Don't go away, stay down here. I don't really have a few words. I'd like to ask Mrs. Boris and Mrs. Godfrey to come forward, please. They have a few words.
So we are 8th grade mothers, parents that have seen the journey of our kids since 6th grade, and this is our last concert. And we just wanted to say a couple words to thank you for everything that you've done for our kids and continue to do for the kids at the school and just their inspirational music. We wrote a little letter. Mrs. Godfrey's going to read it for you.
Mr. Denny, this concert has been, once again, a success. From the very first time we heard our kids playing in an orchestra, you have left us all in awe. As we parents have struggled with our kids these past 3 years in what I consider some of the toughest years in a person's development, having to repeat 1,000 times an instruction, jumping up and down to be heard, and ripping out our hair to move their eyes from their cell phones. We come here and we are completely mesmerized. You softly move your magic wand or baton, and each and every one of our kids follow you. Mr. Denny, you are not only our kids' teacher, you are our hero. Albert Einstein once said, "If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. I get most joy in life out of music." Your work with our children is to be admired. You have given them an unparalleled and lifelong present, the love for music, and all the wonderful skills, physical and mental, that come with it. They have acquired the ability to play their instruments, and they have also gained the extraordinary brain connections that allow music to happen. You have taught them a very important lesson: to take an enterprise from zero and strive for success. And many of these musicians here have done it not just with one instrument, but with 2, 3, and even 4 in this period of time. And I am sure they can repeat the drill with anything they want to do. Even though this room is far from being a sports field, our kids have learned very important lessons to be a remarkable team player. They have learned to follow a leader. They have learned to be prepared individually and as a group, and they have learned to act accurately at the right moment. They have learned to listen to the others around them and never to be louder than them unless they have gained the right to do it. And most importantly, they have learned to respect one another. We are extremely proud of our children for the hard work and the many hours they have invested in trying to reach the perfect sound. and we have to thank you for that. You are an exceptional teacher, a valuable human being, and we are truly honored that you have touched our kids' lives and our lives. We would like to present you with this print that says, "We love music, Mr. Dennis Musicians, Jazz, Symphonic, and Concert Band 2013-2016, and they're signed by all your 8th graders. And also, there's a little token of our appreciation that we really hope you enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. I actually told the kids today, and we will get quickly back to the music here. I told the kids today, I know us as educators sometimes we kind of, woohoo, it's summer, just like the kids. I have to admit, I'm not counting the days down. The kids have just been, every class has been fantastic this year. It's been really good year. So thank you all for having these wonderful children, and thank you all for putting up with me. I appreciate it very much. All right, the next piece that we have for you, I always wanted to do a cool version of Star Wars. You guys remember the Star Wars that they played as beginners, that we do every year. This isn't it. Okay, while the students are moving around for the next piece, of course, moving around quietly, this next piece has special meaning. I have been at this school for 12 years now, and for the last 7 of those years, Mr. Fran Giblin has been my principal. Now, what many of you don't know is he was also my assistant principal when I was back in high school. So imagine being called to the principal's office. Now, it feels quite like it did back then. So anyway, but he has done a fantastic job in supporting this band program and this school. But I can really speak on behalf of the band of what he has done for us. I've been thinking about it over the last few days, because I know it doesn't seem like I always think about what I'm going to say at these events, but I actually do. And the list of things that he has done for us is very, very long. And so I wanted to hit 2 of the really important ones, because there's just a lot that he's done for us. But for this band and for me personally, 8 years ago I was a very different teacher. My dad's a yeller. My grandfather was a yeller. I didn't know the people before then, so I'm assuming they were yellers too. So I was a yeller. And we were successful. We were getting our superiors. We were doing very, very well. But let's just say we weren't always in a happy room. And so as I've gotten older, I started to realize that the most important thing is the relationship between a teacher and a student, that it's a positive relationship. And one of the things that, honestly, the biggest thing that Mr. Giblin has stressed here is gaining a positive relationship with your students. And sir, I was listening. Thank you very much. The other thing that I am grateful for, and that any band director would be grateful for, is that he has allowed me to teach music. And that sounds weird because that's what I was hired for. But many times we're teaching other things, and he has allowed me to do what I need to do and focus on music and make sure that the kids are doing what they're supposed to be doing musically, and I appreciate that very much. I have to admit, I kind of suffer a little bit myself with ADD, and so it does me a lot of good to be able to focus on something, and you allow me to focus on music, and I appreciate that very much. Okay, on with the music. The piece that we have for you this evening, Mr. Giblin, he has, if you've ever been in his office, he has a very large poster of the Eagles. The band, not the bird. I said that to some kids today, and they thought, he's got birds on his wall. No, there was a band called the Eagles. What? Well, that shows my age. Okay, so you never heard about the Eagles. So anyway, he has a big poster of the Eagles on his wall. A few months ago, I happened to be going through my sheet music ordering website and saw the Eagles on tour in an arrangement for concert band. And so this is Heartache Tonight, Desperado, and Hotel California.